Hello, and happy day, everyone. I am so pleased to welcome you again to Try on Thriving and to have you all meet my guests for today. But first, let me introduce myself. I'm Erica Kessie, a love force with mysterious wisdom, celebrating life. And I am so pleased to share that I am a therapeutic COO and very much interested in speaking to CEOs and all about their thriving. Because as a therapeutic COO, that's what I do. I make sure that my CEOs are thriving so they can make all of the wonderful decisions that they need to make and know how to lead and self-lead and have the influence that they need to have in order to have a thriving business. So, yes, let's get into it. So, Kesha, so happy to have you here. Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Kesha Allen. I am a mom, a grandmother, and most importantly, my greatest gift is stewardship. I am a steward of multiple business, CEO of a travel agent called Masterpiece Vacations and Allen's Enterprise. I have a couple of other businesses that I run, but those are passion projects and to help the community. I'm a retired paramedic here in my city of Nashville, Tennessee. And after retirement, I had to pivot. And then I had to learn how to truly thrive in this atmosphere of entrepreneurship. I was thrust in it just a little sooner than I thought I would be, but I'm grateful for the gift that God has given me.
Awesome, wonderful. So happy to have you here, Kesha, and to really get into this. So, one of the things that I asked the CEOs to do prior to them coming is to complete a Thrive plan. Let me explain to you what that is. A Thrive plan is just a time to reflect on when conflict happens in your life. How does it show up in yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually? So they mark that down. And then after that, we ask, what do they do to cope? And then lastly, who supports you? Who is your social support system? And to make sure that they're activating those individuals in their life to actually take ownership with them for their thriving. And so I asked the CEOs to complete the Thrive plan. So I'm going to ask you, Kesha, now, as you know and understand that it takes a thriving you to have a thriving business. How was it for you to complete the Thrive plan?
The Thrive Plan was very eye-opening. It made you self-reflect on the things where you possibly was weak and needed to improve, how issues showed up in your life. Being a paramedic, I never coped with anything, but I did have a support system in place for that. But I never thought of having one in place as a CEO. So now, after completing the Thrive Plan, understanding my reactions to traumas that happens in my business, conflicts, um, it was it was truly eye opening. So I did learn that I have a fight um, system. My system is to fix it, fix it, fix it. So that's my system. But then I learned that I needed to find better ways of coping with those issues. So as we go through the plan, it lists things that you really had to think, how do I really cope in that situation? And I usually do not run. I run to fire. Unfortunately, I run to the problem, but I now am learning that I can delegate,
Mm,
I can journal. Um, Spiritually, I'm getting better in my word and my walk with God because I'm now allowing Him to be the foundation in which I grow my business. So this past few months has been breaking down an old foundation and building it up.
yes.
Um, I'm getting mentorships. I'm really reaching for those things that this business not only can last for me, but for generations to come.
Absolutely amazing. I'm so happy that the Thrive Plan benefited you. And you already talked about how you see a difference and how you want to move after experiencing it. Yes. And so I think that a lot of CEOs separate or want to separate themselves or the business or what their responses to things with their business, but there really isn't a separation. Um, whoever you are, and however you move in the world, it shows up wherever you are and whatever you're doing. So it's important to take that time, yeah, to
Absolutely.
reflect. It's important to recognize who am I and how am I? What is the behavior that's showing up in me? Because it is influencing not just those who are working for you, but every single facet of the business. It's
Absolutely.
what so when I work with CEOs, if you're a depressed person, you have a depressed looking business. But maybe somebody never say it to you or mention it to you, then that's what it looks like.
Right.
That's you're sitting and you're spending time going to get somebody to help you with your brand, but they can't help you with your brand when you have not worked on yourself.
Correct.
It's
Correct.
still not, it's gonna just look a little off. It's gonna still look depressed. It's still gonna look anxious. It's still gonna look like you're feeling imposter syndrome. It's gonna look like that, right?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And so and what I recognize is a lot of people build businesses from their trauma. So
Yeah.
when you do the Thrive plan, right? And you think about conflicts, uh, you've built a business to help someone. You've built it to help someone, but you haven't helped yourself. You want to take someone to
Absolutely.
thriving, but
Yes.
you are not thriving yourself. You cannot take someone somewhere where you are not,
Correct.
or you don't know what it's like, or even know how to get there. So
Correct.
that's why the Thrive Plan is one thing that I give to CEOs so that they have a plan. It's a part of the strategic planning that every CEO needs to do is to plan. They're also their own thriving. And then it's a trickle down effect in the business. And in everything they do, it just kind of causes every part, every facet of their business to be thriving when they are really proactively working on their thriving. So, um, tell me about like before now, how would you deal with conflict? Before you said that you would go into fight. One thing the Thrive Plan does is it asks you to, as you're walking through it, it says, what do you immediately do? All right. And it is a fight. But now that you know how it shows up in your body,
Mhm.
physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you can stop yourself from going all the way to fight and to go ahead and take care of yourself, not sit in the despair, not sit in that situation, not go to that behavior that has not been beneficial. So,
Correct.
yes. So when you running to the fire, tell me about that.
So my very nature is helping. It's I have a calling. That is my God's gift, is a calling to help. And I always it wasn't until recently that I realized that helping others through a program that you offered some ladies that helping others, I was really truly depleting myself. So running to the fire of other people, running to other people's traumas didn't allow me the time to sit and be like, whoa, how is that affecting you? How are you going to show up for you? And then I started to get stronger and stronger in understanding that I was most beneficial to others once my cup was full. So not running into the fire gave me an opportunity to say, hold on, here's the hot zone, here's the warm zone, and here's the cold zone. We're taught that in multi-casual incidents in training, but
Oh,
I failed to use that practice in life and in business. So the hot
wow.
is that fire, right? The hot zone is the trauma that I'm trying to help someone else out of. The warm zone is who all is affecting. But I need to be back here in the cold zone. Therefore, I can see
Come
what's
on.
going on around me, right? And then I can be like, okay, I need this resource. I need that resource. You call, that's what we're taught in the fire world is what are the additional resources you need to fight this fire? So if I took that, placed it in my business, what are my resources? I don't have to run because you missed your flight in my travel business. No. Okay. Well, can you go to the next counter and see when the next flight is? I can now give them instructions on how they can proceed to the next step. I don't have to get um discouraged when someone doesn't have a financial needs analysis done. We just step back. All right, you want to make it to this goal? Let's go here. So with that, I got to understand I needed to always be in the cold zone because
Come
when I
on.
stepped in that warm zone, I was losing Kesha. And then when I got in that hot zone, they was taking all of me and I had nothing to give. So it was the most eye-opening experience. And over the last few months, I could not have been able to see that for myself nor for my business had it not been for that plan.
Wow. So I just learned something today, seriously. So I didn't know that that's what you all are taught. You can teach that. Like, wow. Like, that is seriously to stay in the cold zone. If nobody get anything from this today, Kesha has taught us to stay in the cold zone, because in the cold zone you're able to see and delegate and get it actually completed. When you in the hot zone, you on fire. How
Yeah,
you gonna help somebody when you on fire?
right.
And it's somebody said it's not, it's something that somebody said, and I saw this quote, it's not our responsibility to catch ourselves on fire to keep other people warm. It's not.
Hmm. It's
It's
not.
not. And we are better for everyone when we are in a situation that we can see. That's what the CEO does. We're supposed to always see the vision. You cannot see the vision when you on fire and everything's on fire and you is in chaos.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. And you are automatically doing these things and busy and all these pressures on you. Yes. Wow. So anybody CEO out there right now, and you feel pressure, you feel you like you on fire, you feel stuck. We recommend that you come on out of the hot zone.
I'm out of the high zone.
Come out of the hot zone today. Come on out. Come on out the hot zone. Let's get to the cold zone. Let's put the fire out on you, okay? And then after that, you can delegate and influence.
Yes.
Ooh, so Kesha, how long you feel like you was in the fire before you decided to come out the fire?
Um, all my business life.
Mm.
Because like you said, most business are started from trauma. I started my travel agency out of failure of becoming a paramedic is where that stemmed from. I was looking for something to soothe the fire of failure. And I just believe that's the case. And so now 8 years later, I can now say I have a thriving business.
Come on. Woo. So, Kesha, I appreciate you for being here today. Wow. Wow. I'm not gonna forget that part. Oh, I'm gonna make sure I'll make sure I tell people that you said it. Get yourself in the cold zone, okay?
Yes, get
Come
in the
on out.
cold.
Yeah, the thing is, people think they're supposed to be in there. They're supposed to be on. They're supposed to just sit in it and endure that because they've been told and taught and conditioned that I'm supposed to be on fire. I'm supposed. And sometimes when they get in the cold zone, that the hot zone lures them back
Right, right.
because they don't understand. They need to they need to go put a coat on. Now you in the cold zone. Put a coat on.
That's
And
what we
warm
do.
zone ain't good either because that's where you stepping into losing yourself. That's what you say.
Yes. Yeah, I did.
Ooh, that's some good stuff. That's some good stuff.
Yes.
Ooh. So I want to tell you, Kesha, thank you so much for being here. So tell me, how can people support you? How can people support you?
The best way to support me is by supporting yourself. Number one, most people do not use their vacation time, and they don't give themselves time. They don't give themselves time to take away from whatever the hecticness of life is. Therefore, the best way to get in a cold zone is book a vacation. Go somewhere, even though you may go tropical. Yes, okay, but it's releasing all of the stress of your mind. So booking a vacation with Masterpiece Vacations is a great way of helping me. Also, we also don't think about paying our future selves. So, sitting down with me and doing a financial needs analysis and getting you prepared for retirement, because hopefully your desire is not to run your business your whole entire life. You want to get to a point to where your business is automated and not ran by you, and you're making money while you're sleeping. According to Warren Buffett, I don't want to work for the rest of my life. I want my money making money. So that's the best way you can support me, is by sitting down with either of those two. And if you have a need for CPR certification, I do offer that as well. And that's how I am best supported of my businesses and to continue to thrive.
Okay, so give us a way. Like give me a I need an email, I need a website. Give me, you know what I'm saying? Give me
So you can go to masterpiecevacations.com and put in vacation with an
masterpiecevacations.com.
S. Yes, with an S. You can reach me at 615-405-9535. And that is my connection for all businesses. And if we need to sit down and do a financial needs analysis, you can send me an email at the Allen's Enterprises with an S. Both of those are with S's.
The Allen's Enterprises
At gmail.com.
at
And we can
gmail.com.
schedule you a financial needs analysis and get your future self paid.
And don't worry, you all. I will also be putting this information in the notes of this podcast episode. Thank you so much again, Kesha, for coming. I appreciate you for coming and spending a little time doing that work of going through the Thrive Plan and chatting about it and just being very vulnerable here about how it's been for you, and also teaching us all about the cold, the hot, the warm, and the hot zone. Wow. That's mind-blowing. And anybody out there right now who know they're on fire, come on out of the hot zone. Between going on vacation with Kesha, or you can reach out to me, get your own Thrive Plan. You can get your own Thrive Plan. The link is in the notes as well. You can go to bit.ly/your Thrive Plan, and you can get one. Okay, and that's for free. Let's go on and get you one. Everybody needs a Thrive Plan. It's so important for you to have that, especially if you're a CEO. You all create a thriving rest of your day.
Thank you so much.